Hey everyone, it's Nicole of Bella Art Day Nicole. Jamie is busy at his Air Force job and I've been wanting to do this video for a little while, and we had someone who did a recent unboxing on our Instagram and they didn't use the lid to pour the drills back out of the tray, so I figured I would take this opportunity to just go ahead and film it, and that way you could see how our trays work. So if you have never heard of us, my husband Jamie and I run Bella Art Day Nicole, and we print diamond painting tools that just make diamond painting easier and more enjoyable. So I'm using a couple things. I have a scratch and dent desk everything organizer. These usually go into the little compartments without any problems, but I always use a scratch and dent because they are still totally functional, but just, you know, a little worn in. 3D printing is basically handmade, and the file is printing it, and then I've got my my scratch and dent towers. I do not have scratch and dent trays. Our newest design, the 3.0 version, which our original version, if I have it. So our original version was this. These are designed by Jamie. So there's a lot of tray makers out there that just use the files that are free for commercial use, which is perfectly fine. We're actually considering printing one that just, you know, people seem to like those as well, so we figured we might offer them on top of it. But this one, the original, was the lid just sat on top, so these would stack on top of the trays, but they wouldn't stack on top of each other unless you took the lid off. And so then a year, well, maybe like 8 months later, we then went to these, which is a sliding lid, which is now, there's a few tray makers that have copied the sliding lid, which, I mean, you know, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, I think they say. So the sliding lid goes in and it made it to where it is stackable. So then the trays will actually stack on top of each other. So just a little, you know, history on Bella Art Day Nicole. Then in December of this past year, we went to these designs to where there's not a corner spout anymore. There's a spout and then there's a stopper, and then it's still the sliding lids. We did put the butterfly on top, our logo here. It's not for aesthetics, it's actually just to make sure that people put the lid on the correct way, because people would contact us and say the lid doesn't go on right. But as you can see, the 4 walls do not connect. And so if you flip it over, I'll kind of put that in there. If you flip it over, then the 4 walls connect. And so we put the butterfly on the top so that people would know this way is up instead of not knowing. So we've gotten a lot less emails doing that. So it has been helpful. But anyways, so we have the spout and then we have the little stopper that comes with it. Unlike some other tray makers, we actually include everything. So it comes with the lid and it comes with a stopper. You don't have to purchase anything separately. And we do it to where we have, where is my tray? So we have max trays that are also in the 3.0 design. So again, sliding lid. It has these little walls that Jamie created that kind of funnels the drills down. So we have the max tray, and then we have the 3 divider tray, which is here, and then we have a large tray which will stack on there, and then small trays that will also stack on top. So if you're trying to save space, then these actually do stack, but we also have the towers that we created after customers asked for them, that then the towers go, or the trays go into the towers, and so then you can actually stack them on top here. And Jamie created for the for these and the 10 trays that fit the 10 tower that fits the large trays. There's little clips that we can that we sell also, and you can put the clips on, and then you can stack more towers on top of each other, and they have these little notches here. So those are ones that Jamie created, and then this was technically for the 3 divider tray. And you kind of put it in like so, but then it actually, because the other ones fit on here, you can actually fit 3 smalls here, or you can fit a large and a small. So that's just kind of tangent, but that's what those are. So what I was here for is the 3 divider tray, and with all of our trays, use the lid, because the lid is not just there as like, you know, an extra, it actually has a use. So when you are pouring out the drills, all you have to do is close the lid, open the stopper, and then pour the drills out, which the stoppers on some of them fit a little tighter than not. They will get a little loose over time, but we try to find a happy medium to where they would still come out but not come out and just fall out when you do like this. So we do try to test them before we send them out by shaking like this, shake down and everything. So that's how we try to test them. But the 3 divider, so this is how the 3 divider works. So you pour the drills in like so. I really don't like working on baggies. It's hard to get them open. But you have the 3 here. So there's the second color. And then here is the 3rd color. So I have all my drills in there. And then, so if the dividers are kind of lifting up a little bit, or if all the drills are sticking to the side, make sure that you use a dryer sheet. So if I'm stumbling a little bit, I have fibromyalgia, and I have what's called fibromyalgia brain, so I'm kind of forgetful, and normally Jamie is here to help me, so if I'm stumbling, I'm sorry, but that's why. So anyways, the easiest thing to do is you can use this before you even put any drills in. I probably should have done that, to where it helps with the static cling, or you can also do it once the drills are in there, except for don't do what I just did and make a complete mess by pushing it all around. Don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do, right? So anyways, so you can use the dryer sheet to kind of help with the static and everything. There's also these things called unstoppables that you can put in your tray, and that really helps, I hear, with static. I don't do well with smells, and so I can't just leave something in there and then try to work on the diamond painting. That would bother me too much. But here's how you shake the tray. So you just kind of shake like so, up and down, and then down like this, and then there you go, there's your drills. So, and then if you want to get, like, some of these are kind of turned over a little bit, then you can kind of shake it down like this with your other hand. You can also turn it around this way if you're trying to shake some drills down, like maybe you want to work this direction, so you can shake the drills down this way. And so it's just a matter, it does take a little getting used to. You do not want to push where the dividers are, because then you're going to move the dividers and you're going to open it up to where the drills can mix and everything. So it's just like a little bit of a light shake, not too much. We do have high walls to help with being able to shake the drills, and not like the little green boats, you can barely shake the drills, which is why Jamie came up with these tray designs, because I used to try to shake the green boats and they would go everywhere. So this is why we have the wall height that we have. So what you do is, then after you want to pour your drills back in, use the lid. I can't stress this enough. Use the lid. So you're going to push the lid back on. You're going to open up the stopper, and I'm going to go to my first bag that was here. Make sure you don't mix up drills. And then I'm going to open it like this. That's why I don't like baggies. I only like working at trays. You just kind of shake it down like that, and then you can kind of open it a little bit, and you can see if there's still drills in there, and then if there is, just close it back, kind of shake side to side, and then the drills fell down. And sometimes if you're mixing colors, it might be that they're kind of hanging their static cling, I guess, and they're hanging on under here. So if you kind of rub it along where the divider is, then it'll pull those little drills down. I didn't do it this time, but I did just notice that. Okay, so I got all my drills except for one. One decided to escape back into that section. So then what I do is I open the next compartment up, just make sure there's none stuck to there, and then close the lid back up again. Make sure that you use that. And then pour the drills down, kind of shake a little side to side motion is good. Open it back up. I have a few little stragglers in there. Now I'm going to open it slowly, see if any fall down. Oh, there's still 2 stuck there, so I'm going to shake that down. There, all those are gone. And then I'm going to go to the 3rd section. Here we go. Close the lid again, because you can use it without closing the lid, but you have to go super slow, and the chances of mixing the drills or dropping them everywhere is very high. So instead, just use the lid. Oh, I'm kind of stuck there. That's why I don't like baggies either, because if you hold them weird, like I'm doing, then they kind of like gather right there. Okay, but anyways, oh, and there's one straggler. So all I have to do is close it back up again. I'm gonna bump on the bottom of the tray, And there you go, it is out. So that's how you empty the 3 divider tray, and then you just kind of put the dividers on again. If the dividers for some reason are a little loose, you may just try switching them, because there may be one that's a little tighter, and so it may go better in that direction. Also, there's like a little bit of a smooth side to these, and a little bit, it's not rough, but it's more textured. And so you want the smooth side to go forward. But honestly, if the other side is fitting better, then you can always do that too. It's just with 3D printing, it's very finicky. It's like a very fine line between fitting and not fitting. So you can kind of play around with that. But if the dividers are moving, then it's static. So make sure that you use the, make sure that you use the dryer sheet, so you can use it on like all the sections and everything. And then it's the same way if you're trying to get the drills out of the large trays, is you do the same thing, is just put the lid on, and then you would pour the drills out. I don't know if I have any squares here. I think I might. Oh, did those go in a different tray? In a different tray. Let's see if there's drills. Well, I can show you, because I was working on another kit and I haven't kitted it down yet. Here's another one. So here's the square drills. So there's some left in there. There wasn't too many, but again, you're just kind of shaking them down. And when you do these 3D printed trees, we try to make the lines to where it's not going to stick, so that the drills actually come out and they don't stick in between the lines. So you might have a little bit of a give within the lines. That it's not like perfectly straight, but when you go to do like your multi-placer or anything, it's super easy. And I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sorry, I got really forgetful for a second there. But all you have to do is with the drills, you just line it up like this, and then here you go. It's perfectly on there, even if they weren't perfectly straight in there, because when you're doing the multi-placing, it grabs them all together. So there's the squares right there. This is our Bella tool. It was designed by Jamie, and we never planned on it being a pen necessarily. We were mostly doing it to hold multi-placers, but this has been amazing. We actually made it into a little cover minder. So our cover minders have the magnets built into them, so it's not glued on, so you don't lose like the extra magnet that's there. And then we include the extra magnet on the outside. But this is actually a really cool tool. So I use a cat aired single placer in here to kind of push the drills around. These are 3D resin printed, and I wouldn't say they're like fragile, but they're not impervious to breaking. So if I'm going to push my drills around, then I'm going to use this to push them around and not the multi-placers. But we have curved multi-placers. We have skinny, straight and skinny, which is skinnier than the little white ones that come with like the Diamond Art Club kits, and then we have the straight, which is a little bit thicker than those, and so those are, and then we have different sizes and different colors and everything, but that was another tangent. Anyways, so this is how the square drills look in there, and so I just kind of like shake them all around. Again, if I wanted to kind of get them to line up a little more, then I might go this direction. And it's just kind of like a smoother, like that. Oh, this is what I was trying to say. So if you're trying to use the drills, kind of tilt the tray down. And so that helps if you're tilting the tray down to try to get them a little more lined up. So that is helpful when it comes to the trays. But that's all I have for you. Went off on a few tangents, but I really just wanted to show how the 3 divider tray works. And then I actually put my little stickers on the outside so I knew which drills were in here. So hopefully you find that helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to our YouTube. We do lives on Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time currently, and that's Mountain Daylight Savings Time. And so we do our lives then, and then hopefully, you know, informative videos like this. And this will help with any tray when it comes to the dryer sheet or the Unstoppables. So hopefully you find that helpful. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, if you have any questions, if you have a specific thing that you want me to show next. And thanks for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.